in the ascendancy, delivered a historic victory in '96 and held power for 11 years. That's an enormous record.
All right, let's have a listen to what he's going to say.
Thank you. Please. Please. My fellow Australians, a few moments ago I telephoned Mr Kevin Rudd and I congratulated him and the Australian Labor Party on a very emphatic victory. This is a great democracy, and I want to wish Mr Rudd well. He assumes the mantle of the 26th Prime Minister of Australia, and I want to say there is no prouder job in the world that anybody can occupy than being the Prime Minister of this country. I wish him well in the task that he will undertake, and I want to say on behalf of the coalition that has governed this country for the last 11 and a half years that we bequeath to him a nation that is stronger and prouder a nation that is stronger and prouder and more prosperous than it was 11 and a half years ago. And can I say to all of you that it has been an immense privilege every day of my life over the last 11 and a half years to have been the Prime Minister of this beautiful country. And I want to thank... I want to thank the Australian people for the privilege that they have given me over that period of time. I respect it and I honour it, and it's something that has really been the most unbelievable experience. The Australian people are the greatest people on earth, and this is the greatest country on the earth. I've led a government that has taken this country from deep debt to strong prosperity. I've led a government that has never shirked the difficult decisions. I've led a government that has reformed the Australian economy and left it the envy of the world. I want to extend to a number of people my deep gratitude. I want to thank all of my parliamentary colleagues for their loyalty and their dedication over these long years in government. I want particularly to thank Mark Vaile and his two predecessors, John Anderson and Tim Fischer, both of whom served as Deputy Prime Ministers, to my own Deputy and Treasurer Peter Costello. I owe a very special debt. I owe a very special debt of gratitude. He's been a wonderful steward of the Australian economy, and the future of our party is very much tied up with Peter Costello. He is very much our future. And I want to say to those of my colleagues who have fallen in electoral battle today, to those of my colleagues who've lost their seats today, I thank them. I grieve for some of those young members who've been in Parliament for only a short period of time, some of those wonderful people who won in 2004, and also for some of my ministers who've done such a wonderful job. I particularly grieve the loss of Mal Brough, who led the intervention in the Northern Territory. which represented an absolute watershed in Indigenous policy in this country. And I hope that the new government of this country maintains that intervention to the full, because it's very important to the long-term benefit of the first Australians. This is not the time to reflect in detail on everything that's happened over the last 11 and a half years, except for me to say again what I said a few moments ago. I leave office as Prime Minister of Australia with our nation prouder and stronger and more prosperous than it has been. Can I also say this? Okay, please. Can I also express my thanks? Please. Yeah, just please. I'm very grateful for your expression of support, but I'm trying. I just want to address a few more remarks. I want to thank the Liberal Party organisation. I want to thank Brian Loughnane, the Federal Director, and the State Directors of the party all around Australia, and Chris McDivitt, the Federal President. I also want to say this, that I accept full responsibility for the Liberal Party campaign, and I therefore accept full responsibility for the Coalition's defeat in this election campaign.